all the teams in high school, the track team would seem to be the largest. Probably because it was easier, but probably because it had more events than a game would. So throughout 7th grade into when I graduated, I was always on my school's track team. I was the captain of it for 3 years for throwers before I graduated. To start off for track, my track presentation, I will be presenting the events. So you have, the shortest one would be your 100. It's just one straight down the line, you're done. 200 is when they would add on a curve. Then you had your 400, which was the full lap. The 800 was 2 laps. And then you would have the 16 and the 32, which is the 1 mile and the 2 mile. And then your jumping events, you would have your long, your triple, and your high. Long jump, you just see how far you would go. Triple, it was the same as long, but you have a little bit more fancier kick with it. And for high, you would jump over a tall pole to see how high you can go. For your throwing events, you have shot put, discus, and javelin. So for shot put, you have to throw a leaded ball, just a ball of metal, and it would be about 8 pounds for girls, 12 pounds for guys. And then for discus, it's a 1 kilogram disc, so it would be 1 kilogram for girls, and then 1.5 for guys. Then in javelin, it was a long stick, which you would just go and throw. I didn't really know how javelin went on my experience because I just threw shot and disc. So now you have to be prepared for meet. So what you always need to remember is sunscreen because sunburns really suck. Then you need your uniform because then, that's how you use it to compete. And you always want to bring your shoes for warm-ups and the shoes for your events. So for your warm-ups, you would have to do 2 laps around the track, and then you would stretch your arms and your legs with your team before you would go off and find your friends. So you have your friends from school, but you also have your friends for track. You want to find your designated track group so then you know where your stuff is at all times. So how a meet runs is when you're being called for your events, you have the first call, the second call, and the third call. First call, you need to be there. Second call, you gotta be there. No emphasis in third call. If you're not there by third call, then you're scratched. Then how athletes are lined up is running events, you have heats, but in throwing events, in field events, you have flights. So a normal heat, it would be 6 of them, like a normal race, and then a flight would be about 8 or 9 in one. Usually in the second flight, that's where girls or boys like higher PRs would go, and then the first ones would just be the lower ones. And then while you're waiting for your event, it could be hours, 2 to 3 hours. So my suggestion is taking a nap or eating a snack. I liked napping. It was really good nap outside. And results, so where you place, it adds to your team's points. So mine, this was an old one back when I competed, so I had about 8 points because I got second. And in conclusion, so track has more than running. There's a lot in preparing for a meet, and there is more than a meet sees when you run it. And track is more than just running. There's jumping, there's throwing, you hurdle. So out of all the sports high school offers, track would be the most fun because out of all the events, you get to meet cool people. Thank you.